Hello guys, so I'm back with another video of the F750. A couple of weeks ago I reached 20,000 kilometers, and right now I'm located up in the mountains in Lima. This is the road that goes towards a town that's called San Pedro de Casta. And then over there, up there's another town called Cayahuanca. This is the valley of Santa Eulalia, so you guys know about it. So I decided to come to this location to record the bike, another video about the 20,000. I did a service at actually 19,000 because, I think to wait 10,000 kilometers interval, it's a little too much, even when you can do it before. There's cars coming by. So I did at 19 because, at 19 I was feeling, even before at 18 I was feeling the engine, it sounded a little different, because of the oil, the viscosity over time, it gets, more fluid, and it loses, its viscosity to be more, volume, so it can, it can lubricate all of the parts of the engine. So I always want to do it every 9,000. So I did it at 19, and then I rode it more, and I did actually another trip up to the north of Peru, to the highlands of the north, to Ancash, Huaraz, and then I came out towards the coast in I came through Chimbote, and I rode along the coast about maybe 200 or so kilometers. Okay, so let's talk about what I did at the service. So usually at every service they change the oil, they plug in the computer for software updates. I forgot to mention that at 10,000 they did update the software of the display here, of the of the controller, about the music, the phone and everything else. And the fonts changed a little bit. That's something I forgot to mention, so I can show you right now. Especially also the text changed. Like if you go towards the first menu, where tells you all your stats, like the fuel, the times and all that. So the font change, and also the writing, the actual word, looks like it's a synonym, like it was before. So they do the update, and they also check the brakes, the air filter. But what they do different at 20,000, it's to change the spark plugs, and also to check the valve clearance. For that, they disassembled the whole bike, most of it. So I had to take off the crash bars, the lights, and everything that I put in, because at the dealers sometimes they hesitate when you put on stuff that are not BMWs, even though this is a Givi and it's made for a BMW, so it is not homemade or custom made. So they do that. They told me that my valves were fine. It's another car. It didn't need to adjust it, because I usually ride the motor really easy. I don't always take it to the red line, because what I heard from the mechanic, if you always take your engine to the red line, you may need valve adjustment every 20,000 kilometers. And finally they changed the brake fluid, and looks like it really needed, because right now, as you can see, it's kind of a yellowish color. So it's kind of a yellowish color, and before was kind of a dark color. So it really needed change the brake fluid. So they do the rear here, and they do the front as well. Well, you can really see the color of the front because it's so small, the window. So that was basically it. They took half a day. It didn't take so long. The price, it is expensive. In US dollars, they charged me about $600 for this. So that's really expensive. But I am always going to take it to a dealer just in case something bad happens. So like I mentioned before, the glass of my mirror got loose, and they changed it. And also this one became loose later, and they also changed that for free. So that's good, because parts for this bike is going to be expensive, so you want to keep it under warranty. I know the warranty globally, it's 3 years with no limit of mileage or kilometers. So that's what I'm gonna plan to take it I am with the bike. It's I got it in January 2020, and it's been about a year and a half. So I still got another year and a half left to take it to the service. Okay, there's some things that I changed on the bike. I was experimenting with the headlight protector. I was putting the C just like the 1250 has. This is an acrylic that I custom built, and looks like I gotta make it bigger, wider here, because it looks a little tiny. So I don't know what you guys think about it. I can make another one, because this I made all these locally. This is just acrylic. They just cut it and then they bend it to the shape of the headlight here. Also here I changed the lights. These are the rigid DSS Pro. These are more powerful than the ones that I had before, that they were the dually rigid, and this one also has LEDs on the side. So that's really good, because when I'm driving I get the lights illuminate the road almost 90 degrees towards my side, each side. So that's really good when I'm driving on dark roads, and especially on off-road like this. And then coming to the back, I finally installed the rear brake lights that connect to the hex EasyCam, the CAN bus controller. These are a couple of LED markers. I just got it on Amazon, just some cheap ones. And then here I decided to put an extra fuel gallon. This is the Rotor Packs, and I custom mounted on the Gibby racks. I did a mount so it won't interfere with the side cases if I ever put it. So to take this off, you just basically rotate this really hard. Gotta put some force on it, like so. And this one comes off. So as you can see, what I custom built was this aluminum plate, so it can mount on the Gibby racks. If I ever need to carry my side bags, I just unbolt this part and this bolt, and this one comes off. I didn't have to do any holes. These are the existing bolts for the Gibby toolbox. So basically I just put it on like so, and then lock it really hard. It's gotta go really good there. There you go. So it looks really nice. The weight is not that bad. I filled it up with a gallon on my trip to the north, and it was all great. And then the last thing that I did was, I don't know if you noticed before, the screen protector. This is the BMW one. Let me get in there so you can see that. There you go. This is the Oem Screen Protector. I want to turn the screen on so you can see it better. I decided to put this on because a while ago I caught a line here, like a scratch. So I was really worried, because I don't want to scratch this beautiful display at all. So I decided at that moment that I needed a screen protector, just in case I get a worse, scratch, or maybe in the middle of the screen. That would make me really mad, really angry. So I was jumping around. Amazon has some Chinese ones for 30 bucks, and this one goes for about 60, and I think it's worth it because you get the BMW letters there, and of course it's a way better quality of glass. The only negative, as you can see, there's some glare to it. I mentioned in my other video that the reflection on the stock display is none. It is so flat. I mean, it has zero reflection. That looks like a piece of paper, like I said before. But I rather have protection, with a little bit of glare. It's not that bad. I mean, you can still see the display. Even if you have direct sunlight, this one has kind of a purple shade to it. So that's a little negative but you got the protection. So I rather have the protection, than risking scratching my really beautiful display. So that was the last thing that I changed on the bike. Everything else is the same. The top case, the tires, you can see that tires are still good after 20,000 on the back. And then on the front, there are still, looks like the wear is a little bit high on the front. So I might need to change this. As you can see, these kind of roads, I like to ride on this kind of dirt, like this. And these tires are amazing. You know, I really don't see the need to change for, you know, a more aggressive, you know, tire. Here comes a guy from motocross. He's pushing it. Okay, so I was mentioning it. I don't really see the need for a more aggressive tire. You know, with this I'm really happy. Besides, I don't really go that fast on dirt. I mean, with the speed that I go, which is about in average 40 kilometers an hour, these tires are great. And I don't want to change that because I like the way it performs on the road, you know. So I don't want to put, you know, a more aggressive tire, and then it might have a less performance on the road, which I, you know, want more. So the tires are fine. Talking about the chain, the wear, well, this is dirty right now because I am on the dirt. But I mean, my sprocket, the teeth looks still good. I mean, the shape, so I don't see I'm gonna need to change anytime soon. And the bike, it's, you know, I haven't fallen again, so I haven't tested the crash bars one more time. But I've still been hitting, you know, bumps on at the bottom of the bike. So I've been hitting, you know, many more times at the bottom here, because I mentioned before this bike is a little negative, that is really low, it's not that high, and it's gonna hit. So I highly recommend you have a skid plate here. So that guy stopped and he was asking me if I needed any help, because I'm here like stranded on the side of the road, like something broke. But no. So overall, again, I highly recommend this bike. I'm really happy. I don't see the need to get an 850, maybe because of the height, but to me, I am 1 meter and 72 centimeters, and I can, you know, save this bike, because if I have a higher bike like this, I'm gonna fall for sure. So for me, this is the perfect size of a bike. So overall, it's great. Like I said before, I'm still riding with the top case even on dirt. There's no, you know, there's a tractor coming by here. So the rack, there's no, I mean, it's rock solid. There's no movement. The top case is in one piece. So, I mean, this is a good base. This is the OEM one. So there's no problems there. I mean, on the front, everything else, I mean, the bike is perfect. Like I said, I highly recommend this. You know, this is a perfect off-road bike, on-road bike as well. You won't regret it. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, you know, about the 20,000. The way that I'm going right now, because at the moment I have like 21,000 and a half, I won't be too far from 30,000. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna keep riding a little bit more, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.